Hello there traders, Petar.jacimovic here. I want to inform you about the most recent action and what happened on the euro versus US dollar and USD versus Japanese yen. Also, I will mention some and do some analysis on the Bitcoin as well, since we got there some kind of crash basically on the Bitcoin as well. So now I want to start with the euro versus US dollar, and the reason why I opened this is my journal, and you can join there and post the comments or chart if you have or your trading ideas. I'll be very happy to see your view on the market and that we all speak together. But this is my call from today, when the price was around 1.1837. Basically, I said that it looks very decent for intraday and swing term longs, and according to the 1 hour time frame that I found a fake breakout of yesterday low, morning doji star, and there is also and the thing here I want to tell you also is here that we might see a new daily high until the end of the day. I said that when the price was 1.1837. Now I want to back in the chart, pardon, and and speak about the euro versus US dollar. And this is the example we speak about. So this is a morning doji star, very good rotation here, fake breakout of the yesterday low, and good. There is a pin bar, morning doji star, so very good. Very interesting point here was the price at that point got a poor high when I posted this, and we right now saw the new high. Basically the price went almost to 1.1900, right now rejecting about 10 pips. Now we got a buying tail. We know that there is a poor high in the background like 3 days ago, and there is a lot of anomalies. The point of control got tested from 2 days ago at 1.1900 zone, and so everything going exactly like planned basically. And I started my my position bullish from 1.1833, and I plan to hold this for in further period in next few weeks, and we'll try to secure the price go, for example, another 70-80 pips, or around the 1.2 zone. I will try to secure, and I've actually put in my position the break even. So I got a plan pretty much on this. I was watching for many days in the past as well. The interesting point here to mention is the euro. This is what I also posted on the for that on Easter Trading TV. I alerted you about it. Euro versus US dollar is in bullish trend on short, medium, and long-term perspective. The price is basically trading above key simple moving averages. The price basically broke the bullish flag, and there is a very there is right now a rejection from 38.2 retracement today, and that was very good area from smart and professionals to actually establish and add more longs to the euro. So basically, you also can find an upward trend line as well, which also suggesting that this is absolutely the demand is control, and that a few days corrections are pretty normal. Now I want to go to the future chart, and just this is an intraday. This is a 7-minute chart on the futures 6E instrument on the futures market, and you see this down bar here. That was the down of the day, and I found that as well. That was a climax. The next bar was bullish. Seems that let's say the public got overextended that in the lower prices, and the smart money started to buy from that point. Use these climatic actions together with a pretty good understanding of the trend, since the trend was clearly bullish, and they use this abnormal actually volume activity on the futures. As you see in the previous days, we got the 10k contracts traded in that 7-minute bar. If I zoom you in, and from that point it was clear absorptions very clear, with a very small narrow bearish bars in the very low volume. So absolutely demanding control, and this is a clear absorption of this downward movement and of this climax. So that is also one thing why I was very confident to actually start to also build my long positions from that point, because I found that unusual volume activity on the futures, and
together with already predefined understanding of the fundamentals and technicals and intermarket coloration, I start to establish my long position with a very decent risk as well on my portfolio. So right now, basically in position trading, what I got is basically I got a USD Japanese yen bearish from 112.75, still waiting area around 108 for my objective point, and I start to buy the euro and will try to take about 300 or 400 pips in the next period. Now we'll see how much the price can do, but we got a decent amount of time, let's say, before this holiday starts and bank holidays and so on. So let's say 2 or 3 weeks can be very enough to actually secure, if not to get my targets. So that's also very good. So we'll see what will happen. Now, so this is about the euro versus US dollar. Very good intraday opportunity. If you watch my journal, you're right now riding a very good position. Now let's jump to the USD Japanese yen. The interesting point here is still absolutely keeping the short position from 112.75. Price tried to reach, basically went almost to 112.50, but I knew that there is a Fibonacci retracement at 38.2. This is a very critical for many investors observe that level. Especially we know that there is a broken rising wedge in the background, and the successful rejection from and fake breakout basically from this resistance in this trading range. So what I expect basically is in the next period, we don't know the exact time, but in the next period that we retest 110.87 and potentially break out that and try to go in the next period to test this 108 level, 107.50. So this is my play, and on the position trading, I'm absolutely short from 100 on USD Japanese yen on 112.75, and I'm bullish on the euro versus US dollar from 1.1833. So, and this is this will be my position for in the next weeks as well. So I'm just patient and wait my to see what will happen and to actually secure if it's needed. My EU Japanese yen is already secured, but if the euro go another, let's say 70, 100 pips above, I will absolutely secure that position and then let potentially to ride. So that is about my current positioning and this intraday position. Now, this is one additional thing I want to speak about. I don't have any position or I don't trade Bitcoin at all, but maybe can help to someone. This is basically, I found a very interesting median line and rejection from using the petar analysis. Right now we speak about a different concept, but I use it works very good in the Bitcoin and in this large volatility in this bubble instrument basically. What happened here is basically, first of all, I called the top. Also, if you follow my work on InstaForex, I called the top at 11,451. I called the top. That was expansion of 161.8 from let's say at that time the most recent swings, and that worked perfectly. And then we started to go lower, very clear crash basically, and very strong supply enter the market. And right now I basically place this petar line, and I see that there is a lower breakout of this, and I also place the expansion level and projected, and I see that there is a potential for lower prices, and maybe the price can go to let's say 8,090, or even this is a warning line 1 according to petar analysis, and also it's a OP or let's say OP level, and it's a 100% expansion, which is a very qualitative expansion, and we may expect 100 expansion. If there is enough supply, this also may go into warning line 2 and also area near 161.8 Fibonacci expansion, near 6,800 or 6,600. So be very careful with any buying on a short midterm perspective. I speak about the Bitcoin, since we may see some further drop on this currency on this instrument So pay attention on this. There is a broken trend line. Median line was successfully tested here, and there is a breakout of the lower trend line. So pay attention on that. This may lead to further drop on this instrument, but again, you must know this is a very volatile instrument, so be very careful and define your risk properly. Never extend your risk. This is just one thing I want to mention, that it may be in the play. So this is all. You see that euro is progressing higher. Market profile cannot even the print F period, so we have a new highs here. 1.1903, 904, and you see the prints, F prints. There is a strong push in demand, so this was a great call and great level to establish long positions, and I'm very happy that I took perfectly timing, and this is a very good, and since I'm already in the plus about 70 pips on this currency pair, and I started my position, my short-term position today, so very good. And your Japanese yen probably also follow that, yeah, right? So we're going below 112, 111.92. We may see the uptrust here from 38.2 retracement, so watch for further lower price and potential retest of 110.87. And for the yen, basically, I want to say that to actually to be successful in this business, you need to have a good, proper knowledge. You need to have a valuable knowledge. Okay, it's not any kind of knowledge. It's not to read any kind of book. You must read from books from the most successful investors and market operators. And learn from the best. And it took me, for example, about 6 to 7 years, basically, of trying of different stuffs. Since I started 2008, 2007, I actually started forex trading. It took me a lot of years, a lot of hard work, a lot of practice, up and downs in my career, basically in my trading, to actually achieve this kind of level and understanding of the market, and actually what's really important in the market, and how to read the large groups which affect exchange rate, and what's actually affect, what's not affect exchange rate, to understand the intermarket analysis, and to understand the fundamentals, which also have a big impact on the forex market. And I started to basically research for myself. I met a few institutional traders as well. And I got a lot of, they are veteran traders, and they told me what need to focus on and so on, and from that point I started, before that I got up and downs, pretty much neutral, up and downs, but since, I met veteran traders who traded on the floor, basically, in the trading desk, in the banks and so on, I already got a lot of experience, and and I always learn. Keep in mind this. You will never think that you are smart, or the smartest person in the world or something. You always must learn and try to improve yourself. Once you get to that stage that you got institutional basically understanding of the market, you need to be on the ground and just focus on your abilities, on your to improve your trading, to educate even more. There is always something that you can educate on some aspects of trading, because this is a very big field, starting from also psychological aspect of controlling the emotions, and having the proper money management skills, basically, till and then proper education, you need to have a lot of practice as well, build experience, and so on and so on. So it's a very, very, very big, this is the biggest business, largest business in the world, and you need to approach very seriously if you want to be to start your professional career, and basically later on trade on the large accounts and open your own fund and portfolio and so on. And I'm right now at that stage that I work with institutions. I'm assistant to also broker to InstaForex for more than 7 years. I will have my own services as well from next year, which I will absolutely advise you to join. It will be very basically cheap, and you will enjoy. You know, so work on yourself. Never think that you know, the market is against you or something like that. Market is the market. It's about you and your set of skills and your understanding and your knowledge on the market. So never blame the market. Market is always right. Basically, it's a reflection of the opinions all around the world, and you need to put your if you got failure in your trading, you need to blame yourself basically, and start educate yourself more and more, and learn more and more in this subject if you don't have a good results. And for the very end, I will say will quote basically the Jesse Livermore, because this is a true reality, that he said that without discipline, a clear strategy, and concise plan, the speculator will fail into all emotional pitfalls of the market, jump from one currency pair to another, hold a losing position too long, and cut out of a winner too soon for no reason other than fear of losing profit. Greed, fear, impatience, ignorance, and hope will all fight for mental dominance over the speculator. So this is a very true. So once let's say that you got a knowledge and you got the proper knowledge, you got very good knowledge, you need to control yourself, you know. And Jesse Livermore basically said the greed, fear, impatience, ignorance, and hope will fight for mental dominance over the speculator. Then after a few failures and catastrophes, the speculator may become demoralized and depressed, despondent, and abandon the market and the chance to make a fortune from what the market has to offer. So, you know, once you got to the stage that you actually understand behavior of the large players, you understand their businesses, you understand to do the perfect timing of the market, and let's say that you also got a practice. The second part is basically to control yourself and your psychological aspects, because without that part, even you got the knowledge and good practice, you will eventually fail, because you need to be stable and you need to control your risk, fear, greed, emotions, and there is no room for greed, fear, or impatience in this business. Okay, so keep in mind that this is, you know, watch few times this video, because this need to get into your head, and after you understand and you accept this like a reality, you can start and you can improve yourself and become a better trader. But again, it's not that easy to become a good trader, successful let's say trader who got the consistent results over a longer period. It's a hard work. You need a lot of readings. You need a lot of practice as well. And then you need to control yourself and actually recognize your weaknesses and work on your weaknesses as much you can to improve your weaknesses. And then also you need to define yourself as well. What is your strength? What is your weakness? And work on that. We see that the Japanese yen actually increasing right now. And as I said, there is a uptrust creating here. Uptrust bar, reversal bar from the Fibonacci retracement 3.2. It's a very good for further lower prices. Let's take what the euro is doing. Whoa, euro is 1.1911. So yeah, we have a poor high in the background 4 days ago. So I will not be surprised if we see in the next period, maybe tomorrow, even break out 1.1962. So you know, this is basically what I wanted to alert you. I hope you enjoyed and that this will help you. And what I can offer from my side is basically from the next year I will open this with my trading partner. We'll open this trading TV. We will have also academy to help as much we can with our valuable knowledge and translate that knowledge to anyone who wants to basically learn qualitative and valuable, you know, techniques and information. So you want to learn how to basically be independent and trade successfully. Now, if you don't want to wait, for example, the starting of our website, and it will be probably January or February next year, you can contact me. For example, if you got time for the mentorship program, mentorship program is about 2 weeks duration. And if you got time, you can contact me even before on the Skype. I will put my Skype username in the description of the video, and you can contact me there, and we can arrange the date and everything, and I will tell you much more in details about that mentorship program, which actually includes from the base to advanced to, it's absolutely the master class. Okay, so this will be all for this video. Feel free to subscribe my YouTube channel, leave the comment. Of course, you can follow my Forex Factory journal, and I hope you're doing good. Trade safe, and bye bye for now.